Let's look at trigonometric relationships. We've already learned this in the previous chapter, but it will be a good revision. We have the first one, which is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals to 1. We proved this using a unit circle and using all the trigonometric ratios. If you want to check that out, go look at my previous playlist. And then we have tan theta, which is sine theta by cos theta. And the third one is tan squared theta plus 1 equals to secant squared theta. Finally, we have 1 plus cot squared theta equals to cosecant squared theta. Also, you should also remember the reciprocal ratios. So 1 by sine x is cosecant x, 1 by cot x is tan x, and 1 by secant x is tan x. Okay, so this might look like a lot right now, but you'll be really thankful that I've done so many questions because this chapter is very crucial. It's even though you know the concepts, it's gonna be hard for you to modify and try to solve them. So I will just solve a lot of questions right now, so it's much more clear. Let's start with this question. We have to simplify 2 minus 2 sine squared theta. So first we can factor out 2 from this. So this is what we get. And we know that sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals to 1. Now let's write cos squared theta equals to 1 minus sine squared theta. Now we can substitute this into this. So we get 2 into, that is going to be cos squared theta. So this is our final answer. Now let's look at part B. We have cos squared theta into sine theta plus sine cube theta. Now let's take out sine theta. Let's factor this. It's going to be cos squared theta plus sine squared theta. This would be 1 because we've learned that. So it's going to be sine theta into 1, which is essentially sine theta. I hope this chapter is becoming much more easier and easier to understand. So now let's solve this one. Expand and simplify this. This essentially is this. Minus sine theta. Let's multiply this by this. It's going to be cos squared theta minus cos theta sine theta. Again, minus cos theta sine theta plus sine squared theta. Let's bring this together. Minus 2 cos theta sine theta. We know that sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is 1. So we get 1 minus 2 cos theta sine theta. This is in its most simplified form. Now let's look at this. In this we have to simplify this. This is very simple. We just have to factor out 3. And then this would equal 1. So that is 3 into 1, which is 3. Simple, right? Let's solve this. This is also very simple. We don't even have to solve this. This is minus 2. This is minus 1. This is that simple. Now let's look at this. We know that cos squared theta plus sine squared theta is 1. When we make cos squared theta the subject of the equation, we get the following. Now let's plug this back. We get cos squared theta divided by cos squared theta. Anything divided by itself is 1. Simple, right? Now let's do this. It's gonna be the same thing. it's going to be sine squared theta by sine theta, which is sine theta. Let's solve this one. Okay, this is in the reverse order. This is basically going to be minus sine squared theta by minus sine theta. Minus sine theta and minus sine theta get cancelled, leaving us with sine theta. This is the answer. These questions in the book are much more simple than the questions that actually come. You'll have to use everything that you know in this chapter to solve them. Yeah. The book questions are very easy, so just look at past papers and try to solve them. Now that we've finished this, let's move on to this. In this question, we're supposed to simplify it. We have tan x, cot x. We know that tan x is sin x by cos x into this would be cos x by sin x. This and this gets cancelled and this gets cancelled. We are left with 1. Or you can think of this as 1 by tan theta, and then tan theta by tan x by tan x would become 1. And hence that's the answer. This was also going to be 1 because they're reciprocal ratios. Now let's solve this. We know that cot x is cos x by sin x divided by cosecant x is 1 by sin x. This and this gets cancelled. We're left with cos x. And now let's solve I. We can write cot x as cos x by sin x. These two get cancelled. Now at the bottom we'll write cos x by sin x. And now we're left with 5 cos x. Now we divide this by cos x divided by sin x. Let's take this to the numerator. This will be sin x by cos x. These two get cancelled. We're left with 5 sin x. This is our answer. I hope it's clear. If you have any doubts, just let me know in the comments. And now these are the questions that will actually come in the exam. Whatever we've done till now is just practice. Okay, so we have this cos theta plus sin theta whole squared plus cos theta minus sin squared theta equals to 1. So the way you're supposed to approach this is write the following. On the left hand side, we have this. And now we expand this, we get cos squared theta plus 2 into cos theta sin theta plus sin squared theta. And then let's expand this. We get cos squared theta minus 2 cos theta sin theta plus sin squared theta. This and this gets cancelled and we're left with 2 cos squared theta plus 2 sin squared theta. Let's factor out 2. This would be 2 into 1, which is essentially 2. And then you can write this is equal to the right hand side, RHS, and therefore prove. This is how you're supposed to write the steps. Let's solve this one. This is also very simple. 4 sin squared theta plus 12 sin theta cos theta. I'm not going to write the whole step this step. I'm just going to directly get into this. Plus 9 cos squared theta. We have 9 sine squared theta minus 12 sine theta cos theta plus 4 sine squared theta. This gets cancelled. Sorry, this is cos, I'm so sorry. So this is gonna be 13 sine squared theta plus 13 cos squared theta. Now we can factorize it into 1, therefore proved. So yeah, and now let's solve this. We have 1 minus cos theta into 1 plus 1 by cos theta. We get 1 plus 1 by cos theta minus 1 by cos theta. These two get cancelled, and we have I'm so sorry, 1 second. Oh god. We have minus cos theta minus 1. This doesn't get cancelled, I'm so sorry. These two get cancelled, and we have this minus cos theta. We can write cos theta as this minus cos squared theta by cos theta. Since it's the same denominator, we can add the numerators. Divided by cos theta. We know that 1 minus cos squared theta is sine squared theta divided by cos theta. And now they want it in this form, right? So what we can do is write sine theta by cos theta into sine theta. We know that this is tan theta into sine theta. Therefore, proved. This is how you approach a question. And now let's solve this one. We have sine theta by 1 plus cos theta plus 1 plus cos theta by sine theta. This is the LHS. Now we'll multiply this by sine theta by sine theta. So we get sine squared theta plus 1 plus cos theta whole squared divided by sine theta to 1 plus cos theta. Let's simplify this. We get 1 plus 2 cos theta plus cos squared theta whole divided by sine theta into 1 plus cos theta. We know that sine theta plus cos theta is 1, so we can write this. We get 2 plus 2 cos theta divided by sine theta into 1 plus cos theta. Let's take 2 common. Divided by sine theta to 1 plus cos theta. We can cancel these two, and we're left with 2 by sine theta, which can also be written as 2 into cosecant theta. And therefore, proof, because this is equal to the RHS. That's what they wanted us to prove, and that's what we did. And let's solve this final question from the textbook. We have 1 divided by 1 minus sine theta plus 1 plus 1 by sine theta plus 1 divided by 1 plus sine theta. Let's do this. Plus 1 minus sine theta whole divided by 1 minus sine squared theta. This is because a minus b into a plus b will be a squared minus b squared. We can write this as cos squared theta. We know that cos squared theta, um, 1 by cos theta is secant theta, so we can write secant squared theta, which is equal to the RHS. So therefore, proved. And now we're done with this chapter. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. And if you have any doubts, do let me know in the comments section below. Thank you.